Hello everybody, my name is Python and welcome back to episode 50 of the Terraria Let's Play. Today, my friends, marks the second world tour and map download. If you guys are interested in grabbing this world for yourselves, head on over to pythongb.com and go down to the download section. It will be listed over there. So the reason we are at the title screen, my friends, is because I want to show you guys where you could be finding my items if you do decide to get the map download. So we're going on to our LP world here. I've come in with a sort of base character. There's a sign here, welcome to Python's LP world. To find my gear, head to my main base to the right, head to the bottom of the base, and just above the Shimmer pool are 3 lizard chests. Each of them contain the gear I've been using up until episode 50. Thanks for checking out my world, and a massive thanks for all of your support throughout my series. And that still rings true right now, my friends. A massive, massive thank you for all of your support throughout the series. I really do appreciate it. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and give a bit of a stretch goal for this episode, okay? It has been a while since I've seen an episode of any of my Let's Play series hit 1,000 likes. So, my friends, if you are still excited for the series, if you want to show your support for this series, then head down below the video and spend a second to drop a like. I'd really appreciate it. Of course, if this is the first video you're checking out on my channel here, a huge welcome to you, and I really do hope you guys enjoy your stay. Consider subscribing, of course, if you don't want to miss out on my future content. And if you really want to go one further with your support, you can use code Python when ordering any of my Apex Gaming PCs for 5% off. So then, here we are, my friends. 1 lizard chest containing all of my gear, 1 lizard chest containing my piggy bank contents, and finally another lizard chest up here for the alternate classes that I have been using in this series. I should mention that I've taken the map download from the point of the beginning of today's episode, so whatever I do in this episode will not be featured in the map download, just as a sort of FYI for you guys. But yeah, let's go ahead and get ourselves resituated with all of our gear, and we're going to get right on with our tour. So then, do you want to know why this episode is so special as well as being episode 50? Ladies and gentlemen, this world is a year old today, eh? So as well as episode 50 being special because it's episode 50, this is also the 1-year anniversary, the first birthday of this Let's Play world, eh? I mean, come on, that is pretty cool, isn't it? For any of you folks interested in the sort of classes that I've been using here, recently I have opted for a Ranger loadout, which is why we have Shroomite armor. We've got the Destroyer emblem, Recon scope, and Ranger emblem for our Ranger-specific accessories. And the reason we've gone for the Destroyer emblem over the quiver is because recently we've been using the Vortex beta here, and it has been absolutely fantastic with all of the accessories we have on. If we wind up using our Phantasm, then of course we'll switch it over to a Molten Quiver. We've got a couple of other accessories and things to check out real quick. We've got the Greedy Ring, of course, so we can go ahead and get ourselves more monies and have ourselves cheaper reforges. It's very, very useful. And on our second loadout here, we have our fishing loadout, what I like to call my ultimate fishing loadout. We have our Angler armor, we've got the lava-proof tackle bag, Angler earring, glowing fishing bobber, and a tackle box. And then we've got a couple of movement accessories in here as well, just so we can move around the world just a little bit easier. And needless to say, we can switch out the angler armor for the mining armor if we want to do a little bit of digging in our world. So, for example, we want to dig out a large section of our world, we can boost our mining speed by putting on full mining armor. So yeah, pretty handy dandy. I love the class system in Terraria now. I think it's absolutely fantastic. And finally, one more thing to mention, the progress point in this series. We have actually only just taken down Moonlord, so we are now post-Moonlord in this world, my friends. So in the coming episodes, we're probably going to wind up grinding Moonlord for a whole bunch of the Celestial Armor sets and various other bits and bobs. And yeah, it's going to be a fun time. So when it actually comes down to it, yes, we have sort of officially, in air quotes, completed the game, but I should mention, it does not mean in any way, shape, or form that I am done with this series. Oh no, I've still got a lot of things that I want to be doing in this series, my friends, so don't worry about it. We're still going strong, believe me. So then, this is what our world is looking like on the mini-map. Probably the biggest thing to mention is the fact that we have no evil on our world. I actually did that in the last episode, episode 49. We have a 100% pure world, and from episode 51 onwards, we're going to be shifting turning our focus a little bit more towards building and custom landscaping and basically just trying things that I've never done before in Terraria. I've played this game for upwards of 11 years, and there's still things to this day I have never tried to do. So we're going to try and change that come episode 51 onwards. So, of course, if that is the sort of thing that excites you, then, of course, stick around for the series. So when it actually comes down to the tour, I think what we'll do is kind of a left to right dealio. We'll start off at the far left of the world, check out all of the things that we have over here, and then just sort of slowly progress to our right, obviously checking out our main base while doing so. There's lots of things to check out, but if I'm being entirely honest, there hasn't been a great deal of new builds since the episode 25 map tour. So, yeah, just something to bear in mind, I guess. This pylon is not in the correct biome. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is a hallowed pylon, and since we no longer have the hallowed evil in our world, yeah, this pylon is completely out of action. Which kind of sucks, actually, but never mind. I digress. We'll continue on. We're at the left-hand side ocean here. We're going to use our beautiful broom mount to go check out some stuffs. Starting off with this island up here. This used to be a crimson island, ladies and gentlemen. I made it with the intention of farming out some crimson dudes for some crimson drops, but it didn't work because, yeah, we didn't really have any crimson dudes spawn up here. So recently, as part of cleaning the evil in our world, yeah, this has just sort of become a forest, and it's actually pretty nice, isn't it? Eventually, I'd like to make a build up here, maybe showcasing all of the relics or all of the master mode drops, whatever floats our boat, basically. But yeah, let's head on down here, my friendos, to our first little base here. This is our jungle pylon base. We've got a little bit of a plantery here, if that's even a word. We've got ourselves a couple of NPCs. We've even got ourselves a little slime NPC. Basically, the theme you guys are going to be noticing as we go along here is fishing lakes. There's a fishing lake at pretty much all of the bases we have in our world. To have access to easy fishing lakes in all of the biomes in the world means we have easy access to the potion ingredient fish. Things like variegated lardfish and armored cavefish and things like that, you know? So yeah, this is a nice little base. It was supposed to be kind of a honeycomb shape. I mean, as you can see, I tried to do the honeycomb shape, but it didn't really work because we only did like half a honeycomb here and on here. This is kind of a full honeycomb shape, but yeah, it's kind of hard to do hexagons in this game, isn't it? But anyways, so that's that particular base checked out. One of the other things you guys will notice is the fact that my world is completely smooth. And what that means is if we were to put on a blessed apple, we'd be able to run through the entire world here and not bump into anything. So we could traverse this world with absolute ease and a heck of a lot of speed. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So the next thing we're going to check out, my friends, is another sky island. And this one I have done stuff with. Check it out. It's very, very nice. We've got alternate types of trees up here. We've got these beautiful little sun plate towers. I think this is lovely. I think, honestly, this is one of my favorite builds in this world. I really, really genuinely love it. We've got our zoologist here. We've got a guide here. And we've got the steampunker here. And this is where our forest pylon is currently located. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do. Maybe I could swap around the hallowed pylon and the forest pylon locations. Maybe we hallowify this island here. Could be an interesting idea, but I don't know if we're going to have enough sort of hallowified blocks up here to even have this count as a hallowed biome. I don't know. I like how I'm coming up with plans as I go along with this tour. That's what I like about World Tour episodes, though. I kind of wind up reminding myself of the things that I'd like to do in this world. So yeah, pretty cool. Really, really love this build, but we're going to continue on, my friends. We're going to go back down to the surface. We've got a nice little fishing lake here for doing some desert fishing, but over here is the actual desert base itself, as you can see, in the shape of a cactus. We even went as far as to put a bunch of spikes around here, so it's kind of prickly, like an actual cactus plant is. So yeah, we've got Katie the nurse, and we have Nigel the clothier. They are both living here, and it's a lovely time. I've never actually used these storage chests either. Man, maybe one of these days we will. I don't know, man. I've never really had a reason to store anything over here. Maybe we could bring ourselves over a whole bunch of desert-related stuff. So maybe sand and sandstone. Maybe just a bunch of sandstone building-related furniture. Could be a cool idea. But yeah, nonetheless, we have ourselves the pylon right there, and it's looking pretty cool. So, checking out the minimap. What is next? It is going to be our spawn building, which obviously you guys saw as we came into the world for the first time in this episode here, my friendos. So yeah, let's just pop on over here and check this out. This is our spawn building, and world spawn is literally here. So even if you got rid of your bed spawn, you could still just spawn in here with absolute ease. One thing I like to do in my Terraria worlds is make some sort of build at world spawn. It's always a good idea. It really, really is. It's just a great way of being able to stay safe. And in this case, my friends, this is also our teleportation hub. There's a bunch of stuff going on here. We've got Master Island, which is this one that I showed you guys before, the one that was the Crimson Island. But yeah, that's what it's going to become. Master Island, Master Mode drops, relics, things like that. They're going to be stored there eventually. We have the Jungle Temple coming up next, my friends. So we have easy access to the Jungle Temple, which is absolutely lovely. One other thing to show you guys regarding the jungle is this area here. This is basically our Plantera arena. I mean, you guys have seen Plantera arenas before. It's nothing special. I don't really think it's worthwhile checking out. I really don't. But should we need to take down Plantera again, we can with absolute ease over here. So coming up next in our teleport hub is the Chlorophyte farm. We don't actually have that built yet, but that's going to be something we do in the not too distant future here, my friends. And then, yeah, we'll be able to teleport to it. So yeah, even early on, I was sort of forward thinking where we could be having places we could teleport to. So yeah, pretty cool. Granite biome, I've not really connected that one. Marble biome, not really connected that one. I had these two on the roster here because I figured it would be a nice idea to maybe eventually make ourselves a marble build, maybe a granite build, you know? So yeah, on the right hand side we've got Dead Island, which is this island up here. It's a graveyard biome essentially. We have the dungeon, which is pretty self-explanatory, and finally we have the farming blocks. We only have one farming block at the minute. This was our Crimson farming area, so we could get ourselves Souls of Night, but obviously since I've gone ahead and cleansed the world, it's basically just a sort of normal area now. So yeah, we will probably remake this thing into a Crimson biome or something else, something that we might want to farm at some point, you know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, the intention is maybe we just have ourselves a whole bunch of these blocks. Maybe we could have another box for, I don't know, underground corruption farming, maybe another one for underground hallow farming, or underground desert farming, or underground hallow desert farming, you know? It'd be kind of cool to have a bunch of sort of controlled biomes in this world. So yeah, that's the plan going forward, to have ourselves nicely controlled biomes, no massively spreading hallowed biomes or evil biomes or anything like that. So yeah, got some cool things to come. But moving on, my friends, we are going to come across our main Terraria base. This is where our hallowed pillar is. Obviously, as I mentioned, it's non-functioning at the minute. We have ourselves another fishing lake here. And just all in all, this is where I spend the majority of my time, my friends. In fact, let's go ahead and zoom out so we can have a bit better of a look at what's going on. We've opened up all 5 biome chests in our world here. So we have all 5 of them right here. Nice little collection of biome chests. We've got little relics randomly scattered along the world, and there's just all sorts of stuff. There really, really is. Every single space underneath our tree has been taken up by a banner of some description. It's kind of amazing. Oh, I say that. There's actually space just over here where my cursor is. We need to fill that in. But yeah, these trees host a whole bunch of stuff. We got ourselves a bunch of storage for accessories. We've even organized them into the different classes. We've got a generic accessories chest, a movement accessories chest, and then one for each quintessential class: ranger, summoner, mage, and melee. We have weapons storage, and there's so much weapon storage that we've wound up putting chests on the outside here. Like, we've got thrown weapons, we've got ammunition, yo-yos, more melee, because there's just so many melee weapons in this game. It's crazy. Up here, we have ourselves valuable storage. So we've got ores, we've got gems, we've got ingots and bars. This is our comment of the day storage area. We've got so many comments of the day now. It's ridiculous. And obviously, at the end of today's episode, we will shout out the comment of the day for today's episode as well. So, moving on to the right-hand tree, of course, we've got ourselves a bunch of vanity storage, tool storage, explosive storage, world project storage. So, you know, we've got things like the contaminator, which has been upgraded to the terraformer. We've got teleporting stuffs. There's just so much stuff. There really, really is. And this is our potion brewing area, my friends. Lots of potions to be made, and we've got food and drink storage here, which has been organized as to the standard of buffs it gives. So we've got like major improvements to stats at the top, we've got medium improvements to stats in the middle here, and minor improvements to stats at the bottom here. So yeah, there's lots of stuff. There really, really is. It's absolutely friggin' crazy, dudes. And obviously up here, as you guys can see, we've got ourselves a whole bunch of potion ingredient growing platforms. So yeah, really, really awesome stuff. Lots of stuff going on. We've got trophy storage. We've got banner storage. We've got so many banners we've had to start a second chest. It's ridiculous. I want to check out what this guy's got for sale. Nothing that we don't already have, basically. So yeah, now comes the time where we're checking out our main base area. This has been our main base area since the very start of the series, my friends. And there's just, again, so much stuff to go through. We've got walls. We've got seeds and foliage. Everything is nicely organized. We've got relic storage, overflow block storage, and master mode drops. This is our master mode drop collection. What is that doing in there? That is not a master mode drop. I don't understand why that's in there, but it was. Hard mode stuff storage, and then obviously, as we saw at the beginning of today's episode, this is where all of my gear has been. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is our Shimmer. For any of you guys unaware, this world was started exactly a year ago. A year ago, we didn't have access to the Shimmer biome. So, as a result, on this world, we don't have a Shimmer biome. So, I had to go ahead and rush my way to defeating Moonlord so we could grab ourselves a bottomless Shimmer bucket so we can make our own Shimmer here. So, yeah, that's why we have a Shimmer here and nowhere else. Maybe eventually we can make ourselves our own Ether biome. Hey, that'd be kind of cool, eh? But yeah, my friends, that is just about it in terms of our main base area. Lots of things going on, lots of epicness, lots of storage, lots of utility. It's just a lovely time in general. It really, really is. So now, my friends, we can move on to the right-hand side of the world. And the next thing coming up is our snow pylon base. It is very simply an igloo. It's as simple as that. We've got the mechanic and the goblin tinkerer here because the snow biome is where they're both most happiest. So there we have it. Nice and simple, really. And moving on, we have Dead Island. As I mentioned, it is a graveyard biome. So if we were, for example, to move the Dryad up here, she would wind up selling alternate evil seeds, amongst other things. So yeah, for now, for whatever reason, we have ourselves the cyborg up here. So still pretty cool, isn't it? We've got a graveyard biome at the end of the day. It's pretty cool. It's pretty useful. And as I showed you guys before, it is a place we can simply teleport to. So yeah, handy dandy indeed. So then, my friends, coming up next is what? A meteorite here. That's been there for ages. I've never bothered digging it up because I just flat out don't need it. I decided to convert what was the proper corruption chasm biome into a full-on desert. So yeah, pretty cool. We move on up here though to yet another sky island. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is our surface mushroom biome. But I feel like I should mention, it's probably not going to be our only surface mushroom biome. We're probably going to make another surface mushroom biome on the actual floor itself as part of our custom biomes project. But yeah, for now, we've had this here for a good amount of time, providing a good supply of blue mushrooms and obviously hosts the truffle NPC. We've got line spores here. Oh, my word. Now, I don't mean to put a downer on today's episode, my friends, but it's quite fitting, actually, because very recently there was the unfortunate news that Line 4's, one of the Terraria team, actually passed away, my friends. And yeah, it's quite fitting that we have a tribute to him in the form of Line Spores, the truffle NPC. So I am going to do my absolute darndest to not have this truffle NPC ever die. So yeah, we're going to keep this guy alive as long as we possibly can, as a tribute to line 4s. But anyways, my friends, on a lighter note, we're getting back to the tour here. That was our mushroom biome. It's very, very cool. We even have a mushroom pylon up there, which is kind of cool. We've got the dungeon here, of course, and, well, as I mentioned earlier, we do have the ability to teleport to it. So let's go ahead and do that. The dungeon. There we are. You can simply teleport to it. So then, coming out of the dungeon, we're heading on over to the far right-hand side of the world. We've got a bunch of trees here. I've always had the intention of doing something with these trees. I'm just not sure what. I mean, we've already kind of done a big old tree base for our main base at the center there. What do you guys think we should do with these trees here? Leave your suggestions in the comments area down below. You never know. Your suggestion might just make it into this series and world here. I don't know. Like I say, always had the intention of doing something. I'm just not entirely sure what. So here we are, my friends, at the far right-hand side of the world. And as much as the ocean is here, would you believe this isn't actually the final build in this world? Oh, no, no, no. We've got some more things to check out. We really do. But this is our little sort of homemade sandcastle here, which, of course, is hosting our angler and also our hairstylist, which is pretty awesome. We could do some ocean fishing here, get a reaver shark, maybe some other stuff. And one of the cool things about this world is we even have this sort of extended ocean section going underground here. Again, there's a building opportunity to be had here, but I just don't know what yet. I don't know. I've got to come up with some ideas, haven't I? So then, my friends, the actual final thing to check out on our world here is the very, very, very far right-hand side build here. The cavern pylon build. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to go ahead and get rid of the mini-map here, because would you believe we have a base down here at the very far right-hand side of the world. The reason I did this is so that we had easy access to taking down the wall of flesh. It's as simple as that. We simply teleport down to our cavern pylon here. We chuck a guide voodoo doll in here, and then we carry on our merry way towards defeating the wall of flesh for whatever reason or another. So yeah, my friends, I do believe that is just about it for everything I wanted to show you guys in today's world tour. We have done a lot in this world, but there is still so much to do. We've smoothed out our world in preparation for building, and we've also cleansed our world in preparation for building. All we need to do is actually build. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of building from henceforth, my friends, and maybe some little sort of weird and wonderful things where maybe we try to take on a boss with a weird and wonderful loadout. Stuff like that, you know, just fun stuff at this point. We have, at the end of the day, completed the game by defeating Moonlord, but as I mentioned, we are in no way close to being finished with this series. There's still a lot of things to be done, and some of the things I've even outlined already, my friends. So I really do hope that you guys are excited for more episodes to come. But yeah, real quick, let's go ahead and put that banner up here. There we are. Right, that really is just about every slot filled in now, isn't it? This is crazy. We have so many banners here, man. And we've got so many more in these chests. Oh, it's craziness. It is just absolute craziness, my friends. It truly is. So then, my friends, I think all that's left to be done is to say an enormous thank you for your support throughout this last year, throughout this series. I truly do appreciate all of the support in the form of the like ratings and the subscriptions and the comments, feedback, all that lovely stuff. It really, truly does mean the world to me, my friends. But before wrapping up, of course, we will do the comment of the day. Caroline Whelan asks, "Hi Python, I was wondering what you would rank all of your current Terraria series and what your favourite series you've ever made is." Love the videos. Hey, thank you so much for the kind words. I really do appreciate it. So here's the thing, my friends. I think against what a lot of you guys might expect, I genuinely think my Summoner playthrough, my current Summoner playthrough at the time of me making this video, I think that has got to be my favourite series at this particular moment. Because honestly, 1.4, the 1.4 main update, it did such a good job of buffing up the Summoner class. Because, of course, it came with the introduction of whips. And I don't know about you guys, but the Summoner class nowadays in 1.4, I would honestly argue is the most fun class to play in Terraria. It truly is. You got all your minions doing damage, and now you yourself are doing damage with whips. And obviously, combine the whips with the summons, you get a whole bunch of buffs in the form of summon attack damage and various other bits and bobs. So yeah, right now, at the time of me making this video, I would have to say that the summoner playthrough is first in terms of personal enjoyment. This series here is most definitely second. I mean, come on. I've made this series last a year and for 50 episodes. If that doesn't mean I'm enjoying this series, then I don't know what does. And obviously, that means that the Terraria modded playthrough, the Calamity playthrough that I'm making at the time of this video being made, is third place. But that's not to say that I don't enjoy that series. I truly do. Yeah, it's the least popular series on this channel, but you know, I've kind of always been known for making vanilla Let's Plays. It's just how it is, I guess. So yeah, my friends, that would be that. But in terms of my favourite series I've ever done, ooh, do you know what? It's between two series, I think. The very, very, very old Terraria 1.2.3/1.2.4 Let's Play, that's up there because it has a very special place in my heart, because it was the series that skyrocketed this channel to where it is now in the first place, way back in 2014. So that's got a special place in my heart. And the other one that's got a special place in my heart is my old Terraria 1.3.5 Let's Play, the one that lasted 62 episodes. I don't know. I really, really enjoyed that series. I mean, again, we made it last for 62 episodes. If that doesn't mean I enjoyed it, then I don't know what does. So yeah, it's between those two, personally speaking. The 1.2.3/1.2.4 Let's Play and the old 1.3.5 Let's Play as well. So yeah, my friends, that'll just about wrap it up for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed today's episode where we've checked out this world, toured the world, provided a map download, and even some rough plans for the future, then please do be sure, of course, to head down below the video and drop a like. Like I said, 1,000 likes is what we're going for today. If we could hit that, that would be absolutely fantastic. Of course, hit the subscribe button if you don't want to miss out on my future episodes and content in general on this channel. But for now, my friends, thank you for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you for all of your support again. Really appreciate it. And here's to another bright year on this world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.